I just. All right, now you're on.
Okay. Hang on a second. Hi, everyone. Am I on? Am I on?
Well,
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Sarah here. I'm trying to find myself.
oh my
man.
gosh.
Okay. So,
Is your sound on, Sarah?
so
It's not
hi.
mine.
It's Thursday. I'm a little frazzled right now. We got a little bit of a late start.
We didn't test.
We didn't do the test. So, and then my mom forgot to hit the background sign, so it was on video intro when I started talking. So, so anyways, it's been one of those nights. What do we have going on at the Paper Cut? Oh, we started to ship our book kits, so that's good. This is the book kits that are the Crafter's Classroom. There's a choice of different colors, and I just lost some pages in the one that I held up. But anyways, so Crafter's Classroom, May 12th, we're doing a flip book kit. We started to ship the orders that just had the flip book kits on them. We haven't shipped the orders that have the masculine card class on them because I'm still designing those cards. I do have some to show you though tonight. So anyways, let's go down to the table. Let's just get started.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right, you're overhead.
Okay. So
Oh,
here we are.
funny.
Okay, now we're down on the table. I see myself. So let's just go to what I have going on. So 4 cards for the masculine card class. One that I started last week with tools, but I didn't finish that one, of course. But I did finish this one, which is a Gulf one. So, and we have a new paper pad with blues, greens, and tans. So that's from that new paper pad. It's not out yet. And like this one is a happy birthday. So, but you will get other words. So if you don't want to make it a birthday, if you want to make it a retirement, you could do that instead. So you'll get other word choices. And then the tool one that I haven't done yet. And then this one is using some of our new papers also that are in that paper pad. And this one's just a more generic, and you'll get like a happy birthday that you could put here, or you'll get like a thank you or a thinking of you. And so we'll have a tool one and then one other one. So I'm getting going, so, but I don't have them all. Those will ship though next week, Thursday. So the masculine card class, that's the 18th, will ship next week, Thursday. Book kits, if you ordered those, and just those started shipping this week already. So today, well, what's going on is this weekend, I'm actually going to a retreat as an actual person. So I'm like a participant. I am doing a make and take though too. So I was getting ready for that. And yeah, that has me a little frazzled. Why, you ask? I don't know, but just a lot. So we are working on our frame dies, which I haven't used these a whole lot. We have 3 of them, and this oval like matches or is close to the size of the oval that's in the large oval overlay. So I have used this where I put it on a magic card. But I'm making it into a shaker card tonight. So this is one of them where the happy birthday, and you'll see that in a minute, is attached into the oval, and then you get a couple extra words. Marion Phillips, did you order the book? I think you did. Can you email me? Because I can email you back. I can't check like while we're doing it, and I'm going to that retreat this weekend, so I probably will be off of email. And then we have one that says congrats. So the congrats is actually in the die. It's in the oval, attached to the oval, but then you get congrats on a new baby or on your wedding. And I did use this one in a class once for a wedding card. And then we have this one that says thanks. And then these are loose in there, so then you can put so much or thanks a bunch. So I haven't used them a whole lot, so I thought it's a good time to use them. I did pre-cut the happy birthday one. This is one of the papers that's in the it's in the happy heart pad, so it's kind of fun. And I did die cut this in white. So I just didn't finish poking it out. And I couldn't decide whether I was going to do the frame in the paper and then have white in the background, or if I was going to do white as the background. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the pattern paper as the background, and I cut it in white. And then I found some really nice papers that matched that. So I die cut out some balloons. So I'm semi-ready for tonight. I wasn't when I posted this afternoon. I really thought, okay, this is what I'm going to start with, but I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do. So the frame cuts, and the happy birthday is cut right into there. And then the other part is this part. So this I popped out, and we'll take and we'll use this to you or happy birthday wishes. So this is just scrap, but the inside of that has, different words in it. Like with the thanks one, this part of this piece that's your scrap will have so much and a bunch on it, so you can pick which words you want to go with your thanks, if that makes sense. So anyways, let's get right to it. Oh, question?
No,
Okay. Alrighty.
just such pretty pattern paper.
Yeah, I like this one.
You're liking the paper, Sarah,
Yeah. So
and the dye.
I am going to cut. Now, because I'm getting ready for this retreat tomorrow, my little paper trimmer is packed already. It's not often that I go and do things like as a participant, so it is kind of fun. I did it the first time last year, and at this retreat, everybody, there's 50 people, we all make a project, so I get to actually, and I made a project too, but I get to do other people's projects, which is nice. And hang out with friends. So the frame is 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm going to cut my layer, my back layer. Actually, I like to cut it with a little bit smaller border. So I'm going to cut it at 3.88, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8.
Sarah, do they know you're famous?
Am I famous?
You are famous.
Oh.
Do the people know that you're famous when you go to this retreat?
Well, they know I'm the paper cut, so yeah. I wouldn't say I'm famous, but
Oh, yes, you
they
are.
know I'm the paper cut. So I do, a normal project, but I do an extra project for the whole group. So I'm doing a spinner card with them this weekend as an extra project. So there, I have a thin border around there. And I probably need one more piece of paper that's slightly smaller. So when I do my shaker, actually I should get some green paper because we're on the white a lot. So hang on a second, I'm just going to get a piece of green from underneath here.
So you say you don't go in as the undercover boss, huh, Sarah?
No, I don't go in as the undercover boss. So, okay. Anyways, now you can see because I'm going to be working a lot on this piece. But I do want to get one scrap piece of white. I have a piece of white right here. So I'm going to cut a piece of white that's just slightly smaller than my frame as my backing to my shaker. So again, I said this was 3 3/4 by 5. Oh, actually, hang on a second. I am thinking this through a minute.
Well, I want you to know what they're saying. Yes, she is famous, and we all love her.
Well, thank you.
And you're famous to all of us. And so glad you're getting a break and get to have fun.
Yeah. So I was going to cut a scrap piece to go behind because I won't be able to see. This is the back piece of that paper anyways. But you won't be able to see that on there. So I just have to think this through for just a second. actually, my piece that's going to go behind here, I'm going to cut to slightly smaller. So it's going to fit just behind my window. And I'm actually going to use 2 pieces of pattern paper in order to do this. So I might send my mom out to the shop to get a piece of paper for me.
Okay. do I know where it is, Sarah?
Well, yeah, the shop is kind of big. So
Yeah.
No, you probably don't know where it is. And that's okay. I'm going to
Draw
cheat.
me a map.
I'm going to cheat. So.
Okay. She's afraid I'm going to get lost out there.
No, I'm not. It's just I can work my way around it a little bit. And you
All
guys
right.
will see what I'm talking about in just a minute.
We get to see your brain in action, Sarah.
Yeah, well, my brain was just in action, and I thought it through it. Because when I do my shaker, I'm going to turn this piece over. I'm going to attach my acetate, and then I need to put a piece over the top, which you want to put what you're going to see through here. But I can't turn this over with the shaker stuff attached. So I really did want a border around it, and that's why I cut it bigger. But with a border around it, then when I turn this over and go to attach it, I can't actually see that have the equal border around it.
Yeah.
So that was my little bit of a problem. So anyways, I cut this piece slightly smaller than my frame, because then I'll be able to turn it over and the shaker will be attached. So yeah, sometimes you have to think things through a little bit. And I just happen to be thinking it through out loud with all of you. But at least I didn't curse or anything like that.
Okay.
So I'm going to put just a teensy bit of tape or glue on the back of some of my letters, because I'm going to put this over the top of here, and I kind of want my letters to stick, but I don't want to use a ton of glue. So let's see what I can find, because I did, like I said, I packed some stuff up to go to my retreat because I have to have supplies. So I did take some stuff out of my stamp room, or out of right here. So I'm just going to put a few little dots of glue on here. Not a lot, because you don't want it to squirt out.
Marion Phillips says on Fridays we call that cliff walking.
Okay. So now I'm going to attach my acetate so it's clear. So I have my acetate on there, and I have my words, and I put just a teensy bit of glue behind my words so they're going to stick to my acetate, but I didn't want the glue to squoosh out. Now I'm going to get some foam tape. If I was totally ready and on the ball, I would have it pre-cut, but I do not.
Oh, it's more fun this way.
Yeah. Anyways, I am going to cut my foam tape. And you have to put foam tape all the way around. Okay, and so that if this was a rectangle, we could just go chunk, 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 but it's not. It is an oval. So I don't want to waste a lot of foam tape, so I am going to kind of connect the dots, because I want to keep my foam tape pretty close to the edge of my oval. And then I also need to build up the corners too, just so when I attach this piece, every area is built up the same. So, anyways, I'm using my good foam tape, but yeah, make sure it's connected all the way around. Trimming it with the scissors is probably the better way to do it. and I would have pre-done some foam tape had we not had a lot going on.
How do you avoid the shaker pieces getting stuck to the sides of the tape, Sarah?
With this 3M foam tape, it doesn't get stuck. So just because of the tape, but there are some foam tapes that are really sticky, and those I think you just have to put a little bit extra in and let them get stuck, or one layer of, you're just going to have some stuck there in order for.
What tape is this that you can tear? Oh my goodness, that's
This is the old 3M. This is the stuff that I was whining about probably all of last year. Yeah, this is the stuff that I was whining that I couldn't get, and then one of my wonderful customers, one of you all, Jean Clark.
that is 3M though, isn't
This
it?
is 3M, yeah.
Yeah.
Brought me a whole big massive roll. So I am not whining about it anymore.
But we still can't go get it,
But
can
we
we?
still can't find it, right. 3M. This is the old version of the 3M foam tape. Use Marion Phillips. You could use a little bit of powder around the edges of the tape so they won't be sticky. So yes, I suppose with your backing on there, you could put a little bit of powder in here just to, make it not sticky, but don't take your backing off. Do that first before removing your backing, because you want your foam to stay nice and sticky. So, or like one of those embossing powder, it's those little bag things that have a little bit of powder in it. Maybe you could get a little bit of, powder from that without dumping a whole bunch of powder. So yeah, this is the best foam tape, and why 3M switched their formula, I have no idea. Just powder before you put it on the acetate also. Okay.
You can use your powder tool to brush the tape edges, but sparingly so it doesn't cloud the acetate.
Okay, well, good ideas from everybody. I like that everybody's sharing. Because yes, I do not have all the answers, especially since I have the foam tape that isn't sticky on the sides. So, anyways, I have all the way around. Now, I like, before putting my little beads in there. Now, these beads I haven't tried, and I'm pretty sure they'll work and they'll shake. I have a bowl here. So these are from Stamplistic. Usually I have a little spoon in my stamp room, so hang on a second. Ooh, these are bouncy little buggers.
Oh, we're having fun tonight.
Ooh, really bouncy. You don't want to spill that. You don't want to spill that on your stamp table.
This will be all over the floor.
But bouncy, shaky stuff is the reason that you don't want. I usually put my I peel the backings off first and then I put my shaky stuff in, because if you put your shaky stuff in first and then you go to peel your backing off, even if it sticks to your finger a little bit and it bounces like that, all of your shaky stuff is going to go all over the place.
So, Sarah, what are they called?
You know what? Honestly, hang on. Let me get one that's not open. Prills. Prills. And they're from Stamplistic. And they sent me a bunch of them.
Okay.
And I might do like a Crafter Classroom shaker card thing. So I think that would be kind of fun. But,
Ooh.
I also used them recently on a flower, in the middle of my flower, I wanted a little bit of dimension on like the little, what is that called, the middle of the flower? Okay, we don't know what
Okay,
that's
the middle
called.
of the flower.
The middle of the flower. I wanted a little dimension, and so I used
Ask the
some.
master gardener, would
Yeah.
you?
So I used some on the middle of my flower, with some glue, and it made it really pretty and dimensional and
Pistol.
pistil. Okay. So I'm gonna make I'm gonna use some of the colors that are in the paper, but then I also used some silver, and I'm using, some of the teal, some of the pink, some of the purple. But definitely you need a bowl to do this over the top of. And I'm not going to use all of the shaker stuff. I'll put it in a separate little container.
Boy, what does that go back to? Does that go back to biology, Sarah?
Yeah, probably.
Middle of the flower.
Whew. Okay, hang on. But you get a lot of these little things in this little tiny jar. There is a lot in there. A lot jam-packed. Okay, so I have my shaker stuff ready to go. I have a spoon, because this is how I'm going to pick up my shaker stuff. I'm not going to dump it from my bowl.
Because it will be all over
It
the
will
table.
be all over. And since I've never used this for shaker stuff, the joke could be on me. We're going to pull the backing off of all the foam tape. Oh my gosh.
Before you put that yeah,
Yes.
because otherwise it'll come bouncing out, won't it?
Right, because if I put the shaker stuff in there first and my finger sticks, boom, all my shaker stuff's going to go all over the place.
I've done that too.
So, yeah, learn from experience. So I always pull my shaky stuff or my foam tape backing off first. Make sure I have it all connected. Okay. Marion, yes, Heartfelt Creations is going out of business, but they're talking about the end of this year, so. Which is sad. They had a really good line, or they still do have a really good line, but. Okay, all of the foam tape is off the back. I have my piece that I'm going to put over the back. So I have everything ready in order to assemble my shaker unit. My acetate is on there. I have my shaky stuff ready to go. Now, before I do it, I don't want to demo what not to do with my foam tape exposed. So when you're putting it on there, put it on your spoon and don't dump it from up here. If you dump it from too high up, it's going to splatter everywhere. So you want to dump it really close to the acetate and try to spread it out. Because if you go like this to spread it out, depending on what it is, it won't move. But these little buggers, I think they jump a lot. I think they jump on their own. So we're going to just kind of put them so they're flat, because you don't want a pile that's too high. That you only want your pile that's as deep as your foam tape. Now, sometimes when I use shaker stuff and it's too big, then it doesn't shake. Like I said, I have not used this to make if there's one ball of it in there, I can't have that. I haven't used this to make a shaker card yet, so I don't know. I'm hoping that it is tiny enough that it's still going to shake with only one layer of foam tape. But I'm finding out with you watching me. So let's go. But be very careful, because you don't want it to get on your foam tape. Once it gets on your foam tape, you're screwed. And you also don't want to put too much in there. However, this is a big window, so I'm going to use a little bit more than I normally would. Because if you use too much, if you have sometimes you have an image behind here. So if I had an image on here, then I wouldn't see my image, but I just have a plain or a pattern paper background on there. So I don't have to worry about my image being covered up by having too much shaker stuff in there. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put this off to the side just because, oh my gosh, if that gets all over everything, I'm in trouble. So now I have this cut slightly smaller than my frame, and I'm going to set it down. And I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. Then I am going to push down around my acetate, because I don't want any loose areas on there, or my shaker stuff will come out. And again, oh, it worked.
Oh, nice.
Yay. So there were a few big ones in there that are too tall, but you know, that's okay. Most of them. Now, I did want this background to be on there, and so I think I'm going to take, what am I going to do? I might need another piece of paper, because I kind of wanted that background on there. So, okay, I've got to think this through. Actually, I have a couple little scraps here. That's what I meant. I should just be grabbing another piece of paper, but that's what I didn't want my mom to have to go grab a piece of paper for me from the other room. So maybe I'm just going to bypass that for now. I'm going to wait to put it on my actual scored card, because I do want a layer between that and my scored card. And I do have my scored card here somewhere. Here it is. Okay, because I did have a white scored card. Like if I had a colored scored card, that would be fine. But I do want a little layer of that same pattern paper behind there. So I'm going to wait to attach my shaker unit until I can do that. But let's work on the rest of the card, because I do have some stuff cut for the rest of my card. So, but I am going to take another piece of pattern paper and put it behind there, just like that. So I did cut out some balloons. So these are from our balloon die set. So that's from what? That's from this balloon die set. So I do have some balloons that I cut out and I can attach on there. So I have a purple one, and this one this one has stars, and I did, if you want to leave your stars in there, you can, but I'm going to pop my little stars out of there, and I'm going to replace them with a different color. Oh, I hit 6:30, so I'm going to go a little bit longer today.
Okay.
So I'm just taking a circle, and I'm just attaching it behind there, because then I'm going to take some stars and I'm going to attach them. So I don't normally do this, but I am going to use a little tape runner just because it's a little bit quicker. I'm going to put this off to the side, and I'm going to put...
How about a strip at the bottom?
Oh, I do have a strip for the bottom.
Okay.
Like right here.
Okay.
I already have that cut.
Okay.
But I cut out the same balloon, and I'm going to take the stars out, and I'm going to attach those into my blue one. That I'm going to take a little bit of glue to do that. And like some of my glue I like packed up already for tomorrow. Let's see what I have here. Well, I have this thing, so we'll just put a little dab of glue in each one, and then we'll put our silver stars in there. And our purple one, we're just going to attach a white glitter one behind it. So again, I don't usually use this little dot roller, but it'll be nice and quick. So I just took a 1 1/4 inch circle. There I have that. And then I also have a pink one. So I have a few balloons, and those all came out of that balloon set. And then my balloon strings I did in silver. And that's also in the die set, the balloon strings. Okay, so now I'm going to take a tweezers, I think, and attach my stars.
Love the balloons. Yay. Yeah.
Oops. Yeah, I like that the stars pop out, so then you can put a different color star, or you can just put a different color backing behind there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me just get something to push on that so my fingers don't keep popping stuff out because the glue's not dry yet. Okay, so there I have my balloon. Yay. I'm going to get some foam tape out, put it on the back of my balloons. Actually, let me see if I can attach my strings. Yeah, the strings I can actually put up into the balloon and then cover it up with foam tape. And that's how I can hold my string on there. You know, I should really try and do some of this stuff ahead of time for my Fun Time Thursday, but I think of all this good stuff like as I'm doing it on Thursday nights.
Oh, you know what? It's great.
So, because this would have been a fun one. Now, my balloon string I'll probably have to attach down, but let's see if I can get my other balloons. And I could cut my balloon strings off too. I don't know if I can fit all 3 balloons on there. I think I can. I think I can. That's actually Ev's, like, one of his favorite books when he's at our house is The Little Engine That Could, which it's the one that I got from your house.
Oh, okay. Did you find it at my house? Where?
Well, I must have found it. I either found it at your house or I had it because it's a super old version of The Little Engine That Could.
Yeah.
I
I had some old books.
He likes his choo-choos. And it's funny that he just gravitates to that book. So, anyways.
Because he is learning that he can do those things.
Yep, I think I can. I did it. That's what he says. I did it.
Oh, that Ev boy. Oh, he's so fun.
Okay.
You need to find the Max and Ruby books. They are the best. Miriam Phillips. Thanks, Marion.
Yeah.
I don't know those books.
So, hang on. Let me get rid of some of my foam tape. Now, I haven't decided where I'm going to put these, but And then I am going to, so actually this string I think I want to intersect that other string. There we go. I'm going to pop this up with foam tape. So let me just cut this the length of my frame. Okay, and I'm going to pop that piece up. And then we are going to put the 2U on there. And then we'll be done. Except I'm going to finish assembling it when I can get a bigger piece of my pattern paper to put behind my whole shaker unit. So I'm not going to totally finish it in front of you, but almost. But yeah, it was kind of nice using just the pattern paper behind the oops, hang on a second. I want to move this one down. It was kind of nice using the pattern paper behind the shaker frame or the die cut frame, because then that's what's shaking, and then you have stuff decorating on the outside. Which sometimes I always feel like I have to put something inside there, but you don't have to. And I'm going to get out my micro dot adhesive to attach my 2U.
Hey, look, I still have 2 fingernails on.
Yay! Okay.
And 2 fingernails of mine that broke since then, so.
Okay, so my micro dot adhesive, and we'll get the 2U. It's a small 2U. There was an exclamation point, but I'm going to skip the exclamation point for now.
Yeah. Marion, I didn't pay anybody to do my fingernails, but Sarah helped me.
Only a little. You did it mostly yourself.
Yeah.
I rescued you when they were falling off.
Yeah.
Right before your dance.
Yeah, right before my dance. Oh my gosh. If you'd seen me on Saturday, my shoelace came untied on the dance floor right in the middle of a dance.
No.
And I got through the dance without falling, but a little while later we decided we better get it tied, and my partner said, "Tie your shoe." And I said, "I can't, my fingernails are too long." He bent down like a gentleman that he is, and he tied my shoe for me.
Alrighty, so that's what we have for you tonight. We have, and I'll finish this up. I'll get it attached after I get another piece of paper. But we had our frame dies with the balloons. So thanks for joining me tonight, guys, and we will see you next week. Bye. Have a great night.
Bye.